For Amanda Potts, the last few weeks have been tough. Not only has she moved away from Toronto, but her beloved cat Maurice is gone. She had just relocated to Elliot Lake when Maurice got sick.
And so I started trying to call around to vets to try and get him an appointment. It got to the point where I was syringe feeding him water and food because he was so dehydrated and wouldn't eat, and he was losing weight so fast.
She called all over the North Shore and to vets on the island, but couldn't find a single appointment. After 2 weeks of suffering, Maurice had to be put down. Potts says she managed to get an appointment to have him euthanized and struggled saying goodbye.
He ended up suffering and becoming worse from it. So I ended up holding Maurice until he was fully sedated. And then they took me from him and brought him inside where I couldn't be with him while they gave him his final injection. So I couldn't even be with him at his last moment.
I spoke with one veterinarian in town who says he wasn't familiar with the case, but has been working nonstop since the start of the pandemic. The authoritative bodies who govern veterinarians in the province say that doesn't surprise them. Vets across Ontario have been working nonstop since COVID-19. They're fatigued, they're tired, and there's simply not enough of them to go around.
Yeah, it's a story that we're hearing more often these days, which is not what we want. As veterinarians, we all got into the profession because we care deeply about pets and their well-being. And, what we're hearing these days is emergency clinics are underwater.
It also hasn't escaped the attention of the College of Veterinarians of Ontario, which writes in a statement, "The college, along with our partners, the Ontario Veterinary College, the Ontario Association of Veterinary Technicians, and the Ontario Veterinary Medical Association, continue to work together on measures to help address this complex problem through both short and long-term solutions. This includes working with the provincial government to modernize the college's governing legislation." For now, Potts says she's hoping others will learn from her story and that those in the profession will be more compassionate.
Hopefully that people can actually start looking at making this more of a career for them, especially if they're animal lovers. There is a desperate need for them.
A desperate need to make sure other family members like Maurice don't suffer the same fate. Ian Campbell, CTV News, Elliot Lake.